It's time for more musical memories from Rudy Pelangeli here on Pure Oldies WNYY. Rudy's Weekend Hit Parade Countdown features favorites from the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. This is David Stewart, inviting you to enjoy some great music as Rudy plays the hits from the golden days of radio, thanks to ABC, Oriental Rug and Carpet Cleaning, Bang's Funeral Home, Cayuga Health, and Klassen Home Healthcare. Now, the music that makes memories with Rudy on duty.
The Werner Mueller Orchestra, Tico Tico. Hello, Central New York, and listeners around the world on the internet. This is Rudy Pelangeli, also known as Rudy on Duty. Welcome back to your Hit Parade, a countdown of the top 10 songs on this day during the 40s, 50s, and early 60s. It's all thanks to Cayuga Health, Bang's Funeral Home, ABC, Oriental Rug and Carpet Cleaners, and Klassen Home Health Care. Your Hit Parade was a popular live Saturday evening program featuring the hits of the week, performed by studio musicians. But I will play the original recordings by the artists who made them hits. You might say it's my recreation of that vintage radio program.
Your Hit Parade. The top tunes all over America as determined by Your Hit Parade survey, which checks the bestsellers in sheet music and phonograph records, the songs most heard on the air, and the songs most played on the automatic coin machines. An accurate, authentic tabulation of America's taste in popular music. Your Hit Parade.
And today I'll be featuring the top 10 tunes from 1959. Let's start the countdown with number 10 of this day in 1959, the Everly Brothers, Till I Kiss You.
Never felt like this until I kissed you. How did I exist until I kissed you? Never had you on my mind. Now you're there all the time. Never knew what I missed till I kissed you. I kissed you. Oh yeah, things have really changed since I kissed you. My life's not the same now that I kissed you. Oh yeah, you got a way about you. Now I can't live without you. Never knew what I missed till I kissed you. I kissed you. Oh yeah, you don't realize what you do to me, and I didn't realize what a kiss could be. You got a way about you. Now I can't live without you. Never knew what I missed till I kissed you. I kissed you. Oh yeah, you don't realize what you do to me, and I didn't realize what a kiss could be. You got a way about you. Now I can't live without you. Never knew what I missed till I kissed you. I kissed you. Oh yeah, I kissed you. I kissed you. Oh yeah, I kissed you.
Number 9, Frankie Avalon, Just Ask Your Heart.
Just ask your heart who dreams about you. Just ask your heart who's faithful and true. Someone who cares and won't make you blue. Just ask your heart who loves only you. Then you will find your true love will be someone who cares for you and wants to make you happy. Then when your heart says he loves only you, and when it says he won't make you blue, then ask your heart if your love is true. Just as his heart loves only you. Then you will find your true love will be someone who cares for you and wants to make you happy. Then when your heart says it loves only you, and when it says he won't make you blue, then ask your heart if your love is true. Just as his heart loves only you. Just as his heart loves only you.
While you, or maybe someone in your family, searching for alternatives to nursing home care or maybe adult living facilities. A couple of years ago, my wife and I made a decision to remain in our downtown home, which we purchased 63 years ago. So we chose Classen Home Health Care to assist us with all the care we need to remain in our home. Classen Home Health Care made a world of difference in our home and our lives. Their caretakers are well-trained, courteous, attentive, and have become part of our family. So whether it's just 3 hours a day or 24 hours a day coverage, we recommend Classen Home Health Care. Now, a nursing consultant will help you determine the amount and level of care that's appropriate for you. And you know what? There's no charge, no obligation. Contact Classen Home Health Care at the Ithaca Plaza, just off Meadow Street. Phone 607-277-1342. Thanks to Classen Home Health Care, my wife and I can remain in our home. Back to the hit parade and the number 8 tune on this day in 1959, Jerry Wallace, Primrose Lane.
Primrose Lane, life's a holiday on Primrose Lane, just a holiday on Primrose Lane. With you, can't explain when we're walking down the Primrose Lane, even roses blooming in the rain. With you, sweet perfume, those little old roses bloom, and I want to walk with you my whole life through. Primrose Lane, life's a holiday on Primrose Lane, just a holiday on Primrose Lane. With you, sweet perfume, those little old roses bloom, and I want to walk with you my whole life through. Primrose Lane, life's a holiday on Primrose Lane, just a holiday on Primrose Lane. With you, with you, with you, with you.
Number 7, Wink Martindale, Deck of Cards.
During the North African campaign, a bunch of soldier boys had been on a long hike, and they arrived in a little town called Casino. The next morning, being Sunday, several of the boys went to church. A sergeant commanded the boys in church, and after the chaplain had read the prayer, the text was taken up next. Those of the boys who had a prayer book took them out, but this one boy had only a deck of cards, and so he spread them out. The sergeant saw the cards and said, "Soldier, put away those cards." After the services were over, the soldier was taken prisoner and brought before the provost marshal. The marshal said, "Sergeant, why have you brought this man here?" "For playing cards in church, sir." "And what have you to say for yourself, son?" "Much, sir," replied the soldier. The marshal said, "I hope so, for if not, I shall punish you more than any man was ever punished." The soldier said, "Sir, I have been on the march for about 6 days. I had neither Bible nor prayer book, but I hope to satisfy you, sir, with the purity of my intentions." And with that, the boy started his story. "You see, sir, when I look at the ace, it reminds me that there is but one God, and the deuce reminds me that the Bible is divided into 2 parts, the Old and the New Testament. When I see the tray, I think of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And when I see the 4, I think of the 4 evangelists who preached the gospel. There was Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And when I see the 5, it reminds me of the 5 wise virgins who trimmed their lamps. There were 10 of them. 5 were wise and were saved. 5 were foolish and were shut out. When I see the 6, it reminds me that in 6 days God made this great heaven and earth. When I see the 7, it reminds me that on the 7th day God rested from his great work. And when I see the 8, I think of there was Noah, his wife, their sons, and their wives. And when I see the 9, I think of the lepers our Savior cleansed, and 9 out of the 10 didn't even thank him. When I see the 10, I think of the 10 commandments God handed down to Moses on a table of stone. When I see the King, it reminds me there is but one King of heaven, God Almighty. And when I see the Queen, I think of the Blessed Virgin Mary, who is Queen of heaven, and the Jack of Knave is the devil. When I count the number of spots on a deck of cards, I find 365, the number of days in a year. There are 52 cards, the number of weeks in a year. There are 4 suits, the number of weeks in a month. There are 12 picture cards, the number of months in a year. There are 13 tricks, the number of weeks in a quarter. So, you see, sir, my pack of cards serves me as a Bible, an almanac, and a prayer book. And friends, the story is true. I know. I was that soldier.
BBC, Oriental Rug and Carpet Cleaning is a certified professional firm with expertise in all areas of cleaning and maintaining Oriental rugs and carpets, and even upholstered furniture. Wall work is done right there on the premises. They feature wall-to-wall carpet, tile, and grout cleaning too, right there in your home or office. ABC is locally owned and operated by Vanessa Adams, and they're located in an easy accessible area in downtown Ithaca. Checking the calendars, a couple of holidays coming up, so give them a call to make an appointment to get your rugs and carpets cleaned for the holidays. You know, they were voted Finger Lakes favorites again this year. You can learn a lot more about ABC by signing up for their free monthly newsletter. Just get on the computer and enter abcclean.com. ABC 130 Cecil Malone Drive, just behind Wegmans. Tell them Rudy sent you. Back to your hit parade. The top 10 tunes on this day. In 1959, number 6, Andy Williams, Lonely Street.
Where's this place called Lonely Street? I'm looking for that lonely street. I've got a sad, sad tale to tell. I need a place to go and weep. Where's this place called Lonely Street? A place where there's just loneliness, where dim lights bring forgetfulness, where broken dreams and memories meet. Where's this place called Lonely Street? Perhaps upon that lonely street there's someone such as I, who came to bury broken dreams and watch an old love die. If I could find that lonely street where dim lights bring forgetfulness, where broken dreams and memories meet. Where's this place called Lonely Street? Where's this place called Lonely Street?
Time now for the Hit Parade Extra. Bert Camford, his trumpet and orchestra, Strangers in the Night. Well, we reached the halfway point on the hit parade. Top 10 tunes on this day in 1959. And it's all coming your way through WNYY AM 1470, FM 94.1, Ithaca, New York. Back to the hit parade, number 5 on this day in 1959, Della Reese, Don't You Know.
Don't you know I have fallen in love with you for the rest of my whole life through? Don't you know I was yours from the very day that you happened to come my way? Can't you see I'm under your spell? By the look in my eyes, can't you tell? Can't you tell? Now don't you know every beat of my heart keeps crying out, I want you so. Don't you know? Don't you know every beat of my heart keeps crying out, I want you so. Don't you know?
Number 4, Sandy Nelson, Teen Beat.
my new car.
Great, but it should be. You took months researching.
Well, that's the way we are. I just think we're careful.
Tell me about it. Weeks agonizing over your wedding vows, months deciding on a car. You know, it's high time you two dealt with more serious things.
Oh, like what?
Like planning. Planning for the future. I'll bet you two have never talked about your funerals.
Mom, that's not something you talk about.
Banks Funeral Home understands that discussing death and dying can be very difficult. But they believe that by preparing for your funeral or for seniors and their loved ones, you have the peace of mind knowing that everything before, during, and after the funeral will be handled by Bang's Funeral Home, located in an historic building on the corner of Harmony and Green Streets in Ithaca, serving this area for over 80 years. Number 3 on the hit parade on this day in 1959, Paul Anka, Put Your Head on My Shoulder.
Put your head on my shoulder, hold me in your arms, baby, squeeze me oh so tight, show me that you love me too. Put your lips next to mine, dear. Won't you kiss me once, baby? Just a kiss goodnight, maybe. You and I will fall in love. You and I will fall in love. People say that love's a game you just can't win. If there's a way, I'll find it someday, and then this moon will rush in. Put your head on my shoulder, whisper in my ear, baby, words I want to hear. Tell me that you love me too. Tell me that you love me too. Put your head on my shoulder, whisper in my ear, baby, words I want to hear, baby. Put your head on my shoulder.
Number 2, the Fleetwoods, Mr. Blue.
Our guardian star lost all his glow the day that I lost you. He lost all his glitter the day you said no, and his silver turned to blue. Like him I am doubtful that your love is true. But if you decide to call on me, ask for Mr. Blue. I'm Mr. Blue. Whoa, whoa. When you say you love me, Mr. Blue, then prove it by going out on the slide, proving your love isn't true. Call me Mr. Blue. I'm Mr. Blue. When you sorry, Mr. Blue. Then turn around, heading for the lights of town, hurting me through and through. Call me Mr. Blue. I stay at home at night, right by the phone at night, right by the but phone. You won't call, and I won't hurt my pride. Call me Mr. I won't tell you while you paint the town, Mr. Blue, a bright red to turn it upside down. I'm painting it too, but I'm painting it blue. Call me Mr. Blue. Call me Mr. Blue.
Take charge of your breast health with insights on the latest in cancer prevention and early detection. Attend Cayuga Health's free live webinar on October 24th, 6 to 7 p.m. Hear personal stories, get facts on common myths, learn ways to reduce your risk, and more from our expert panelists. Our interactive Q&A allows you to ask questions and get needed support. Register today at cayugahealth.org/breastwebinar. Cayuga Health, the right care, right here.
Number 1, the top tune of the week. The song the survey finds in first place.
A record 20 weeks on the hit parade on this day in 1959. 14 at number 1. Bobby Darin, Mac the Knife.
Oh, the shark, babe, has such teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has old Maggie Heath, babe, and it keeps it out of sight. You know when that shark bites with his teeth, babe, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, though, wears old Maggie Heath, babe, so there's never a trace of red. Now on the sidewalk, ooh, Sunday morning, lies a body just oozing life. Eek! And someone sneaking round the corner. Could that someone be Mac the Knife? There's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know, where a cement bag's just drooping on down. Oh, that cement is just, it's there for the weight to dare. 5 will get you 10 old Mackies back in town. Don't you hear about Louis Miller? He disappeared, babe, after drawing out all his hard-earned cash. And now Maggie Heath spins just like a sailor. Could it be our boy's done something rash? Now Jenny Diver, ho, ho, yeah, Sugie Tawdry, ooh, Miss Lottie Lenya, and old Lucy Brown. Oh, the line forms on the right, babe, now that Maggie's back in town. I said, Jenny Diver, whoa, Suki Tawdry, look out to Miss Lottie Lenya and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that line forms on the right, babe, not that Maggie's back in
And there you have it, the top 10 tunes on this day in 1959. Ah, yes, seems like old times when families gathered around the living room radio to listen to their favorite shows. Might not like to transport you to those golden days of radio. I'm gonna search the radio dial and see what we get.
Listen, the man is just about to say it.
Yeah, let's everybody listen.
Rinso, the new Rinso with Solium, brings you the Amos and Andy Show. Rinso, the soap that contains Solium, the sunlight ingredient, brings you a full half hour of entertainment with the Jubilaires, Jeff Alexander's orchestra and chorus, and radio's all-time favorites, Amos and Andy.
The Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California presents
Suspense. Tonight, Roma Wines bring you the distinguished actor, Mr. Ronald Colman, in one of the great suspense stories of our time, August Heat.
And now the Jell-O family presents...
Henry Aldrich.
Coming, Mother. Yes, it's the Aldrich family, based on characters originated by Clifford Goldsmith, and starring Ezra Stone as Henry, with Jackie Kelk as Homer. And yes, it's the Jell-O family.
Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. That's Jell-O. Yum, yum, yum. Jell-O puddings. Yum, yum, yum. Jell-O tapioca puddings. Yes, sirree.
And now, True Detective Mysteries. In cooperation with the editor of True Detective magazine and the Mutual Broadcasting System, True Detective Mysteries, brought to you by X-Lax, America's largest
Memories, memories, dreams of love so true.
And now, Stella Dallas, the true-to-life sequel as written by us to the world-famous drama of mother love and sacrifice.
In my beautiful memory.
More whole radio themes from those golden days of radio next time. Right now, let's march right out of this program. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for listening, with special thanks to Cayuga Health, Bangs Funeral Home, ABC, Oriental Rug and Carpet Cleaning, and Klassen Home Health Care. Now, if you'd like to hear a replay of today's program, or as a matter of fact, there are 96 others on the internet available 24/7. Just log in on your computer, RudyOnDuty.com or Rudy on Duty Hit Parade. And this is Rudy Pelangeli. Join me again next weekend, same time, same station. Until then...
So long for a while.
That's all the songs for a while. So long to your hit parade and the tunes that you pick to be played. So
Thanks for listening to Rudy Pelangeli's Hit Parade Countdown, a weekly feature spotlighting music from the hit parade in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. Tune in Saturday afternoons at 5 and Sunday mornings at 10 and relive the music that made memories. On behalf of the staff and management of RP Media, this is David Stewart, inviting you to listen again next weekend.